Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a weekly horoscope for you coming from Aries. And this is from the 31st of December 2017 up to the 6th of January 2018. So let's start with your Sunday the 31st. And Sunday the 31st is going to be a very problematic day. It starts in the morning-afternoon session with a lot of problems for you that come unexpectedly and suddenly. A change of plans, disagreements which come from nowhere, trouble in getting things right in the way that where harmony can be created. So differences with others or family members or whoever you are out with seems to be very active in the morning and afternoon session. Now you've got to help yourself, because if you don't, there will be definitely a problem of some kind in relationships of any kind, like marriage areas, family areas, or romance areas. So you have to control yourself. It's you who is listening to me. Evening and nightfall period doesn't improve very much. And the evening and nightfall period brings about difficulties where past issues are coming back, where even depression can be seen, and so plans may be cancelled, and frustration of every kind waits for the evening and nightfall period. So double check whatever plans you have to make, otherwise you're going to be very disappointed of something or another in the evening and nightfall period. If you don't really have to be out, just go back to the safety of your own home. Monday the 1st starts very nicely for you. And there is every possibility of getting good news at your place of work, good news in business. It's a working day. You will find that everything you want, everything you say, everything you do is kept on as on a good basis. But there is also a planet of rebelliousness, the same one that troubled you yesterday, Sunday the 31st. So this time on Monday the 1st, this planet is hanging around in the morning-afternoon period. Can't do much, it does little bits of problems here and there. But your problems are going to be more of the ego kind this time. So morning, afternoon, don't want to show your ego, improve your tolerance for others. That way you can get something good done in the morning and afternoon period, and you'll be able to show off your communications and all things of a marketing sense as well. Don't try to be impulsive in any actions in the morning-afternoon period. The evening and nightfall period, this rebellious couple of planets take over. And they upset your plans, they bring people who can get you angry, they bring about difficulties for you, and they bring a lot of unnecessary confrontation or provocation from you. It's you who is listening to me. So it's you who got to take the action. And if it's others who are creating the problem, back off, don't want to retaliate. And be careful how you drive in the evening as well. Tuesday the 2nd starts very nicely for you, but too many emotional planets are there. And they normally make you think emotionally, behave emotionally. They make you a person who tends to not look at facts and figures or logic. So you are in a dream-like kind of thing, hoping that things will go well. Yes, these planets can give you imagination and creativity, but I like to add some areas of logic, definitely. Otherwise, you're going to miss your deadlines. You're going to have problems in the sense that rather than get things done factually, you may be doing things done imaginatively, which would be not very good. That's for the morning-afternoon session. Evening and nightfall session on Tuesday the 21st. I see plenty of fast planets there. And these planets make you impatient, they make you hasty, they make you a person who tends to just argue too much. So everything you do will be on fast speed, talking fast, doing fast. Slow down. That is the way you tackle these fast planets. Think before you say, things before you do. If you do everything at top speed, you're going to get many things wrong. And then in the evening, nightfall session, you will attract quite a bit of problems. Wednesday the 3rd starts brilliantly for you. You are in charge, but don't dominate. You are going to be looked up to, but don't be arrogant. And try to be flexible, don't be stubborn. And so this is the way it goes. You got the positives, you got the negatives. Go for the positives. And try to be appreciative, be supportive. And you will be able to get many good things done at your place of work. In business, you can meet very important business people. You can attract even business partners. There's somebody interested in you. but try to be a person to show your best side. Your temperament must be shown as the best. Your temperament in Aries is always a suspect, and on a day like the Wednesday the 3rd, you will want to be very bossy, so don't do that. Now, evening and nightfall period can turn very nasty. Either all your plans are going to be changed, or something is going to go very wrong in the evening and nightfall period. If you are out with your loved ones, tell yourself to be very considerate and don't get oversensitive and don't want to dominate. And if you are out with a romance partner, or if you are looking for a romance, or you are out with your colleagues or with your business people, try not to dominate and try to be very agreeable. That is the word you want to be on this evening and nightfall period, and that way you will be happy enough. Thursday the 4th starts very difficult, and it produces a nature from you that's very rebellious, in the sense that you will not want to follow rules and regulations. You will be very adventurous. You will open yourself out to risk in the way you say things and do things, and therefore you will be a person on Thursday the 4th as looking for trouble. And trouble will come if you look for it, and so you'll find that you'll have more than your share of difficulties to explain. Don't act impulsively. That's what this planet makes you do. So don't act impulsively, and you will bring things under control. Now, the evening nightfall period turns excellent for you. A lot of solutions are going to be found where earlier you couldn't find. So if you're working late, it may be a good idea because you'll have time to get all these solutions. Evening nightfall is very good, makes you very lucky. You can meet foreign people, people from another foreign country. You may be planning travel or holidays yourself. You can meet also people very helpful to get you a better job or help you to make change. It's the planet of change as well. And in business, it can bring about many things good for you. So be out and about, mix business and pleasure. Friday the 5th starts with a lot of stress. Why? Because you've got tons of things to do. It's in your mind. And that makes you look left, right, center and put stress on yourself. So get a sheet of paper, get a pen, and just for that morning or for that day, write down the things you have to do. This is your eye coordination to your brain. And when you see the things you have written down, you will notice you only have actually one thing to worry about, and the stress will drop. And that way you can focus, because you need to focus on what is important. There's a scattering of energy on this Friday the 5th in the morning, afternoon periods with a lot to do. And if you don't control the scattering of energy, you're not going to do much. So, and also don't argue, by the way, morning, afternoon. It is a planet that makes you do everything at top speed. Mistakes can be made, miscalculation, misinformation, and then arguments can result. Evening and nightfall period, planets slow down, but they are not helpful for you. As a matter of fact, they are a bit worse than the earlier part of the day. So what can you do? You have to cope. You are not the one designing the day. You are the one suffering the day. So evening and nightfall period, tell yourself, going to be very gloomy, depressive in one way or another. So choose company that is good and happy. Don't go with people or the company that you know which is always on the wrong side. And don't bring up past issues with the people you are with, whether family members, the romance partner, the people you love, or the people you work with or do business with. Don't want to bring up sore points of the past. Otherwise you're going to attract a lot of differences. And if you don't really have to be out with the planets like this in the evening, I would rather go back home. Just be in the safety of your own home. Saturday the 6th doesn't go very well for you. And you're not getting a very good run from what I can see this week, the beginning of the year. But never mind. Saturday the 6th, it starts not very well for you. And difficulties. There are couple of planets there who like to instigate relationships, instigate partnerships, whether at place of work or whether in business, whether marriage, love affairs. These planets like to needle the whole situation. And so they make you do things that needle the other side, say things, show ego, and try to be a person most disagreeable. So don't do that, otherwise your morning, afternoon of this nice Sunday, the 6th, is going to be very, very spoiled. Not Sunday, sorry, Saturday. So the Saturday, the 6th can be very, very spoiled. So watch out, morning, afternoon, many, many differences. Why don't you just sit back, let others organize things, let others take charge, follow around, everybody is going to be happy. Now the evening nightfall period is excellent. Here, some planets come in to rescue you. and they bring about plenty of support for you. Everything now turns very friendly. Only two things. Be careful that this one planet of the earlier part of the day will also be there. Don't show your ego. And be careful with these good planets. They are good, but they can make you sometimes over-determined to get what you want. You may mean well, but others will feel you just too pushy. So try to relax the whole day. Let others take the charge, and you'll have a wonderful Saturday that way. Now, I'm already Skyping, and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session. And in this 90-minute Skype session, I'm going to talk to you about your next 5, 6 or 7 years in all areas of your life. And I would have had by then your date of birth and your time of birth. I'd be looking at your palms. I would ask you to earlier send me your palm photos by email. And I will face read you when I Skype. I may even use Kabbalistic Tarot if necessary. And so, go to Facebook, leave me a message. Go to YouTube, go to the email and send me a message as well. And somehow or another, let's connect so that I can help you plan your next 5 or 6 years in detail. And I will talk to you about the year 2018 in detail as well, apart from the other 5, 6 or 7 years. Well, until then, thank you and good luck.